What was your spiritual life like before you came to Gateway?
Spiritual background as a child was not much church background at all. Went occasionally. I couldn't even tell you. It was when I was real young, 5, 6, 7 years old. And from there on through high school, college, and nothing really in the background at all.
Why did you want your husband and your kids to attend church?
I grew up going to church every Sunday and going to Sunday school, and my parents were very involved with the church, and it's just something that I really wanted my children to grow up in the church and just understand God's love from a young age.
What about your husband? Why did you want him to go to church with you? Why not just the kids?
I had some friends growing up where the mom would take them to church and the dad would stay home and sleep in or watch sports, and church is about family time. And
Why were you so resistant to your wife's desire / nagging? I mean, her asking you to go to church.
It's more of my personal view of what I thought a Christian was, and it just didn't seem like it was for me. I didn't really realize, I guess, that there's only one way to God, and that was through being a Christian and believing in Jesus Christ. So it just didn't appeal to me.
Why Gateway?
one of my good friends from work had suggested Gateway. That's where she went. We sat down and, people were very friendly, we were very impressed, and we were really happy with the nursery workers. And then the message started, which was about tithing, which I knew right then and there we weren't coming back because that was the kiss of death for Mike. So after we went out to the car.
That was Pastor Ben, though, wasn't it?
It was Pastor Ben.
Make sure you get that in there.
And after we got in the car, Mike said, we're not going back. So after nagging, we came back to Gateway.
Tried it again.
We tried it again.
See if there was another tithe message in store for you.
Yeah, and that's one other thing. I thought that's really a lot of what they talked about. They just want your money so they can do what they need to do as a company.
What happened in his life that now he is a Christ follower?
He encountered a lot of people here at Gateway that really helped him with his journey to Christ. And his first person that really helped him was you, and just you welcoming him and being open to his questions, and being available to answer his questions, no matter how offensive they might have seemed, and just not making him feel inferior or feel stupid for asking the questions. Our first life group leaders were Sean and Connie Lyon, and with just how welcoming they were into the life group, we were pretty nervous going into it, and
I didn't want to go.
he really
Did someone nag you or ask you to
Yeah, I was nagged.
And another thing that they had at the church was a class for
the basics of Christianity.
the basics of Christianity. One of the leaders was Matt Heft, and just his being on fire for the Lord really rubbed off on Mike.
What has it been about Gateway and the ministries, the people, that has really had an impact on you coming to Christ?
It has to do with quite a few things. I mean, we've met some great people. I mean, fantastic people that are there for us all the time. Anytime we need them, we can just call them up, and they're there for anything we need. It's contemporary. I mean, we enjoy the worship. Life groups had a big connection for me, being able to relate with people. I could connect to sermons. I mean,
Outside the tithe one.
Outside
that first one, right?
The tithe one came along.
One of the big things that we liked was we're very protective of our children, and they're so loved on when they're here, and we're just at peace, and we can concentrate on the message and really, spend good quality time worshiping instead of worrying about the kids.
It's a good feeling when you walk in the door and you feel loved right away.
Mike, what difference has Christ made in your life?
Tremendous. I mean, it's just day and night. It's just unbelievable. I'm just more relaxed, I guess. I know I'm not in control. I mean, I can go back and look all the way from when I was a child, and for some reason I was protected all the way from there. I mean, I can go back and look and be like, wow, I could have been off the deep end. There's no way that I made it this far without him. It's like you've discovered
it's just
that
there's a God and you've met him.